I'm Libluini and I'm here to bore you to tears. And now we're landing. First off, impulse drive. Then good old cursing through the atmosphere, and then we'll make a good old landing. So, what is it I have planned for the further stream for Christmas Eve, you are asking? And the answer is crafting. But the exploration part of crafting, getting new blueprints. And this is something, yeah, something already. So first off, whoop, we're crashing into the planet, I mean landing. Then we get out to get a look. Rare firestorms. Yes, regular patrols. Good. The first thing we can do is scan stuff. It's always neat. Bored yet? I'm fierce. I'm evil. Anyway, back to the real thing I'm here for. Yes, we have these little planetary charts. Now we can buy them from a vendor in the space station up here and pay either with navigation data or nanites. Nanites here, lots of them, so that's not a problem. And we can even buy a bunch of them now at once. Lots and lots of things that we didn't have just a couple patches ago. So I got a lot of them. I even used up 15% because this red thing here is saying secure site of interest. That's what's needed to get new blueprints for crafting. And so I do this to use it, and then this auto scan goes over to find something. And it's a manufacturing facility, so we can get on with it, because that's one of the few building types that you can get with a secure site to finger magic, and this means we can launch again and go over there. Because those things are not really that close by. In fact, sometimes we have to be happy that it's even on the same planet. So now I'm coasting over there. After landing, we start step 2. There it is, a little factory and a green field where we can land. Thanks, landing area not clear. I guess I was a bit too fast. Or there was something not spawned in Predicame in the way. Anyway, we have landed. And we are outside. First things first, there's always a bunch of garbage next to those factory buildings. This is a save and chart thing. Saving is obvious, and charting means that we now know the region the factory is in, so we can get some nanites by reporting it. And those red things always have stuff in them to reload equipment. And damaged containers means you get some rusted metal you can turn into crafting material via the incredible abilities of our refiner. Like this and this, and then we get some more dust eventually. And what the hell is this thing? Oh, it's dangerous. Good thing we aren't getting any closer to that thing. I always thought that this thing is a plant, but apparently not. Okay. It's on more than one planet. Sometimes they have different names, but this type of thing is on many planets. And now we know the Doriguch Sands. I hope I pronounced this alien language completely right. So, this is a factory. They have a door, a reinforced armored door, but for this we have our weapons. The Blaze Javelin is a bit too slow, it's basically a phaser rifle. And then we have our Boltcaster, and we switch around until we have a plasma launcher. That is important, because then I can do this. Then I launch grenades until the door is broken, and then I have to run inside before our friends, the sentinels, can catch me. Now I am invisible. They can't see me even if they get inside. That's useful to know. And sometimes you can find neat stuff like this. Sometimes there is new navigation data on this table, but sometimes there is not. Some stuff is only decoration. If you want to, you can sometimes get stuff from plants. Not every plant, confusingly. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Now, the sentinels are investigating, but they aren't attacking us anymore, because we are hiding inside here. Oh! Second, please. I've forgotten to open this little thing and get ammunition. Ha! Well, occasionally I do use my broadcaster and not just a grenade, so now we'll use this factory. And then it gets interesting. Something happens, a problem is happening, some people are in trouble, or there is a riddle to solve. But since we don't have infinite amount of times, I'll instead lean over to the side, which you can see right here, and type in the text into my browser. We have open a website which collects all those little stories and has a table with probable solutions, so we have a good chance of getting the right thing in case my brain is too dumb to solve the riddle. In this case, interesting. So it's a factory producing plastic? Okay. And all those words I've learned in 120 plus hours, and still sometimes I get entire sentences untranslated. Luckily I can just move my head to the left and read what they actually meant. And it's Echo's fate, origin remains, start of time, Korvax will persist, even in face of end, even before abyss. Poetic, but what does it mean? So, I have 4 possible options. Leave is just going away. Shut down production, report to Korvax authorities. What? Reporting that there was a bad poetry thing here? Steal technology, interesting, the criminal option. So, the different options here. Well, steal technology only hurts me. Positive means I get money, and if I shut down production, I got just well, here it starts. There is actually no option which will give me a new recipe or something. The best I can hope for is a little bit of money. That's sad. Well, that's one of the things I wanted to demonstrate, even if I have a cheat table open to the left of me to cheat my ass off. Sometimes the game just doesn't want you to win. So I get a really tiny amount of money, and all other options would either give me nothing or hurt me. That's good. So we have wasted all this time and basically got nothing for it. Great. So the trick here is... better get inside. So the trick here is you can occasionally get the same type of building if you do this again from inside or nearby. It only works one time exactly, because I think they patched this out. In earlier versions of the game you could do this over and over again as long as you were lucky. This time, in this version, in this latest patch, doesn't really exactly work like that anymore. Instead it works about one time, and if I try again from that other factory that now showed up on my scanners, then it will just lead me back to this one. So eventually you'll just get sent back over and over again to the same factories. and get nothing for it. Just wasting your scanner thingies. Well, yeah, your planetary shards, sorry. So after we've done this, we essentially have to leave this planet, and sometimes even then it doesn't work until you leave the entire system and fly to to a completely new planet over there. And I was already too fast again. Ah, yes. Let's try this again, probably because those stupid crystals just next to the landing field. Again, basically the same thing. We get a new region to save and a bunch of shit to plunder, like we are dangerous criminals or something. More ammunition. More ammunition. Oh no, oxygen this time. And we get rust. And then we get a microprocessor. Well, not completely useless. That's one less I have to build. And is that a flower? Yes. 40,000. Well, that's almost 40 times the amount of money that factory gave us. Yeah, sometimes this game can be a bit annoying. Now we are on Cusent Plains. And now we have to find the entry point to this factory. There are also two other types of buildings I can get with this type of planetary shards, but they are not as good. One, the operation center, has less chances of blueprints, even less chances I should say, and the other type is supply depots with stuff I can get if I blow up the supply depots inside. Something I really don't want to. Well, anyway, this is the broadcaster, but grenades are faster. And some planets there are other types of sentinels, and it's really dangerous to just use the broadcaster because you could be lasered to death in the back if you wait too long before the entry point. Anyway, anything new here? Oh, more stuff. That's a lot of ammunition. Ah, navigation data. And instead of navigation data we get nanites. Yeah, sometimes the game decides we have already enough and then you just get nanites as a consolation prize. So, now let us do this again. With this factory. Ah, the factory stands vacant, producing nothing. The production lines have long since ceased, and so the alarm sounds, it is unclear why. So let me type this into my cheat sheet to see what my options here are. Of course it would go faster if I stopped making typos. Oh, I'm already here. It was actually the same part of the page. And he says, trapped in system, please help me. Sad and alone. Sad, what can I do here? Well, there's negative is alert Corvex authorities, so whoever that sad guy is, we can't help him by alerting the man, or in this case, the robot. Wipe system is neutral, but also gives us not anything, and start production is the only positive thing we can do here. Well, let's do it. I start the production line once more, restarting the assembly of what appears to be Korvax's body parts. I had run-ins with factories who were actively building those body parts before. After a short time, enough parts have been assembled for a life form to rise and thank me profusely for its rescue. I am rewarded for my efforts. And I get standing increase and a new word learned. That was another dot. Oh, I'm accidentally reloading because it's the same button. I love this. So I can't actually do anything. This is another dot. So, more time wasted. Now we have used up 2 planetary shards, found 2 factories for blueprints, and had managed to get 2 events giving no blueprints regardless of what we are doing. We could only hurt ourselves, do nothing, or get some really minor reward. Not really worth the effort if you ask me, but what can you do? If you want blueprints for crafting, this is only possibility to get them this way. Now you'll see what I mean later when we actually get one. The really funny part is, oh, wait a minute, I'm reloading my 45 of these things. Life support, so I can keep talking without dying. Sorry, I know it's not me here, it's the character I'm playing. And we have ferret dust. Well, let's continue turning the useless rust into useful iron dust. Because that's what ferret means in normal language. If I remember my Latin correctly. Oh, a gag relic. Mostly useless, except it gets you some money. A minor amount. I have already 20 navigation data. That means if I turn this in, 20 more planetary shards. And if I select secure site of interest, I have 20 more chances to get blueprints. So anyway, if I do this, it's now again as example, it's highly probable that it will lead me back to the... Oh no, well, that's something that can happen also. Instead of leading me back, it leads me to a supply depot. But I don't want this, so I essentially have wasted another planetary shard. So let's try this again. And now, what option will we get now? Another factory. But will it be a new one, or will we be led back to where we came from? Well, I don't want to just claim stuff without evidence, so let's go over there and see. Yes, that's the resource depot. Nope, we want the green thingy. That's the factory. And yes, it looks like we are just flying back to where we came from. But let's collect evidence instead of just making baseless claims. Oh, whoops. That's... ooh. And let's try landing. This time without a second try. And get out. Oh. So let's see. That's open, and yes, that's used up. Yeah, we were here. Oh, another plant. And another 40 times the reward from here. But anyway, so if I want to get new factories, I either have to fly a good part across the planet's surface until I'm far enough away from the old ones. Even then I may be unlucky. So let's try getting a fresh new one by flying to this moon over here. It's called a planet, but it's technically speaking a moon. And let's use our pulse drive. Now this will take a while because the planet is away a bit. Okay, maybe it's not a moon. Oh, okay, I was wrong. In this system there are only normal planets. Something I can show off. This is the new screen where we can see what we have found. We have found none of the animals, but 2 planets. And here you can find and rename and upload the separate regions you have discovered. Or if you don't have that much time or want to do it something else in the meantime, you can really just use this button to upload everything you have found so far. It's useful, and now it actually works. I think for years, across multiple patches and expansions, that button never worked, but one of the latest patches finally fixed whatever was broken, and now we can use it. That's nice. So this is kind of relaxing, so we can move our head around. I think I've never done this before. In those streams, that is. I've done it, of course. Oh, we have arrived. Lucky us. Well then, let's get down here. And it seems a bit more watery than other planets. Yep, that's water, alright. Well, let's take a bath. First off, let's land close to the water. And let's fly a bit slower to let the game spawn in stuff. And then let's land. Lethal humidity outbreaks. Humidity should be doing nothing to someone in a spacesuit. There must be some hardcore humidity. Temperature 21.9 degrees Celsius. That's nice and warm, but not too warm. And we can look around the water. It's not that deep, it's really shallow here. It's more like... oh, but there are animals here somewhere. Oh. And they're gone. Sometimes this happens, especially underwater, especially in shallow water. Animals will show up on your radar thingy, but then just disappear. Oh, and they're despawned already. That's kind of strange. Humming sac, crystal sulfide. Ah, there they are. Can I scan them? Am I close enough? Yes. So what is the shit what we are scanning here? Oh, some kind of fish. Oh, that's cute. Hey, little fishies. Eating algae. Oh, okay. Enough fooling around. We are on a factory trip this time. Maybe a bit shorter bit later I'll do some normal exploration, flying around stuff as well. But we are already doing this for over 2 hours now. It's time I get on with my plan before I feel obligated to make a fourth parter, and that would be a bit much this close to Christmas. I only have time to do this anyway because my mother is kind of unavailable, my sister even is too, and tomorrow I go visit my mother, and so I actually have time to do this on Christmas Eve. Normally this would be highly unusual even in Germany. We are kind of doing the entire Christmas thing on Christmas Eve. And the other days are more for eating and meeting relatives in a more relaxed fashion than actual celebrating. That's done on the 24th. But enough of this. There's so much shit I could teach you about, but well, let's stay on the planet at least this time. More blueprint searching. So let's see. What will happen this time? Oh, another factory, but is it a new one? Nope. Okay. This system is basically used up at this point. Now there's a high chance that whenever I land on a planet and try this again, I'll just end up being led back to the factories I already found. It's another annoying part, but the fastest way to get fresh ones is to use the galaxy map and just jump into a new system. I apologize for that, but that's the game, not me. Not me. Oh, how I wish it would be me, then I could just... Oh, anyway, let's jump closer to the galactic core at least. At one point I finally want to leave Euclid behind and go into one of the many other galaxies that this game has. Let's see how far I can get before it's the end of the line. And how close can we get? And that's the end. 2 points, mercantile. I have no idea if there's any fighting, and it's a Viking system. 817 light years. And a couple hundred closer to the core. So let's jump. Hopefully there are a lot of planets, even so as I've shown you. One planet is generally enough to deplete an entire system worth of blueprint searching, if you're unlucky enough to spawn several close by. An operating center would be even better in this context, because at least if you have spawned operating centers, you can theoretically spawn more factories. And pirates, shit. An entire fleet and battles and shit, I can't deal with this. The game just doesn't care. I don't want to save any freighters, goddammit. Well, let's just run away. I have an emergency warp system installed, some new thing from one of the latest patches, but I don't actually need that, I just need to run away here. After a while the pirates will give up, and then I can use my pulse engine to leave them in the dust. I can even use my scanner to see what the planet in front of me is. At least I thought I could. It's kind of annoying, luckily our ship, while using boost at maximum acceleration, is a bit faster than the pirates. There are only very few pilots. Oh, it's already happening. We're far enough away to pulse out. And now we can land and forget about those pesky pirates. So another annoying obstacle is overcome. Mind you, we are closing in on the third hour and I have exactly 0 blueprints to show for myself. At least it's not random, I always say while doing this, because that's the thing. The new system we are working now under at least gives you some kind of item you can then immediately exchange with a new blueprint, while the old system just randomly gave you one. I mean, imagining doing all this I'm doing right now, and then in addition to all of this, the game just randomly rolls up one of the 3 blueprints, and if you're unlucky you get something you absolutely hate. Ah, that's some stuff. Hey, worm-like plant, cool. Anyway, this time around, if I'm successful, I at least can select something I want. Even though I've encountered stuff where the system was broken and I still got a randomly generated blueprint. It's extra funny if that happens, because I'm not sure that is even supposed to happen anymore. Anyway, where was I? Ah yes. One thing first, I can now look. Conflict at war. I really have to remember to repair my half-assedly installed conflict scanner at one time. On only one planet. Well, that makes it simple. First off, secure site of interest. Let's see. What does the random number generator of the game will give me? Ah, a factory. Well, but we already wasted 2 times, so I don't want to make your hopes go up. Let's go fail again, my friends. That's a bit far off. Well, at least I'm not on my feet. Yeah, yes, I English good. It's behind the mountain, I assume. Ah, yes, here. I have to roll to look down. Like this. Whoop. Ooh, dangerous! Whoops! I'm the worst pilot ever. Oh, now landing in the landing field. A bit too slow. And down. So, new try. Oh, fresh money. On a more relaxed exploration session, I would often make some time out of my take some time out of my day to rename things I think are funny. But we are now on our quest to get blueprints. So no time for that. But let's save and chart. Just in case I do something stupid and get myself killed. Ah, freakishly alien landscapes. I love them.
Radiation protection falling.
There's a cave system. Note to self. In a future stream, go explore some caves. Or underwater, that's always funny. When I get all this shitty projectile ammunition, shit, step back. Let's shoot a while. So, as you can see, doing this with my normal broadcaster rifle takes some time. So let's speed this up before I get shot at. Oh, it's too late. Yeah, shit. So anyway, we're safe now. Good lord. At least there are no walkers outside, because walkers have those strange phaser beam-like things. Walkers can't get in like the sentinels, the normal sentinels, but they can actually shoot you, even though technically they can't see you. Yeah, that's masterwork in programming, I guess, but at least it's better than those walkers actually getting inside and then shooting you, because then you would be trapped with them. Anyway, I have babbled enough for them to get bored and leaving. So, third try. Well, let's see, what's the riddle this time? Valkyrie. Oh, this time it's a factory for blade weapons. So, to speed this up, what should I do here? The factory produces bladed weapons. Okay, found it. Production halted. Immobile organic matter in pipe 17. The manifest suggests a destined for ceremonial usage within the Viking fleet. A reminder that the greatest death arrives when you stare your opponent in the eyes, free from technology, face to face and final combat. Something has gone wrong. Production is blocked by foreign material. So I can disable the production line, I can purge the biological matter, or take the technology and leave. What technology? There was nothing about technology I could take, so that's probably wrong. Disable production line. Why? That's the opposite of what I should do. Purge biological matter seems perfectly reasonable. So let's take a look at my cheat sheet. What should I do? Purge biological matter. Nothing happens. Take technology. I get something, but it's not really what I want. And then disable production line is also positive, but it hasn't anything attached to it. It's just positive. Ah, well, that was helpful. Well, apparently if I take the option to steal technology, I just get some nanites. Purge biological matter, even though it's a completely logical choice, does nothing. But if I just disable the production line like a jackass, it's at least positive. So, well, let's trust this cheat sheet and disable the production line and see what happens. I initiate a shutdown of the production line, allowing a creature to wriggle free from its machinery. The automated factory system offers me a reward. So, wait a minute, the AI of the factory offers me a reward for saving an animal? That's awfully nice. Those Viking are kind of nice for warrior people. So, what is this I get? Nothing? Huh. I guess I got this piece of navigation data and stuff. Another dot, so that's 3 times wasted. And now it's time to go to my multi-tool, go to my plasma launcher and reload it with unstable plasma. So now I can shoot out grenades more. Hey Sentinel, nope, I'm completely innocent, nothing to do here. So now we have wasted 3 factories. Let's go on with it. I still have 39 tries. Pronunciation, my friend. Remember it. So what do I get this time? Operations Center. Well, sometimes Operations Centers do give blueprints, so let's go there. So that will be our fourth try, and right now we are at a resounding 0. This game sometimes. I'm just glad that I already have most of the blueprints the game has to offer. I'm still missing a ton I want, but as soon as I have a complete line of crafting up to the most expensive shit, I probably stop doing this for like a year or something, because I'm so fed up with this. And remember, this is already the vastly improved version of this bullshit. So this is a bit far off, so let's get a bit above so we can move faster, and it's still an hour. I tried using my pulse engine, but I'm still too deep into the planet's atmosphere. So let's try this now. I'm above the atmosphere. And of course I don't want to coast around for 40 minutes, that would be insane. So let's pulse. And now we are 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're there. Now we have to just move through the atmosphere down again, and we're there. Let's see how many things we can now find on this planet before it's too late and we are getting stuck between two of the same. The operations center is a bit bigger. There is some hidden stuff inside, and there is some random bullshit to the left of us, I guess. Let's land. Phew. So what was there to the left? Let's take a look. It's on the other side of this. Oh. God damn it, are those two different operation centers? Well, okay, let's go to the unknown building first. Maybe if you're lucky and there are two of them. Yuck. It's not even anything I could scan. Oh. Alien bullshit. Whispering egg. Ah shit, not those things. Good money in the beginning, but now they're just annoying. Ugh. Some alien gunk has taken over everything. Ugh. Ugh. Suddenly we are in an alien movie. I can even restore health I haven't lost. This is disgusting. Oh, read encyclopedia. And I have learned another Viking word. At least something. Some random sodium for refilling my life support and not life support, but all those life shielding things against toxic waste and all that shit. Better not stop in this shit. Ugh. Something. No? Yes. More sodium. I have tons of that shit, but well, finding it in a random ruin like this is oddly more satisfying than just buying tons of it. Do we get a blueprint here? Oh, more shit to steal. Well, not really steal since there is no one here anymore. According to the game's lore, this bio bullshit just happens to show up if you leave a building or a space station abandoned for long enough. But that's one weird universe No Man's Sky has here. Imagine you leave your building for a couple months, and if you come back, alien bullshit is everywhere. A nasty stock transfer. There are 578, that's already 50% of what we got for solving a really nice riddle that one time. So, can we do something here in this corrupted terminal? Repair by Well, I can't turn this goop into nanites, because technically speaking, all this shit is nanites, just in a rather wild and uncontrolled form. So, what can we do now? Returning user identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log continuation for analysis. Thanks. I glimpsed the crimson orb between the clouds, a vast and baleful eye, unblinking and monstrous. Fear turned the blood in my veins to ice. I was so afraid it would see me, but then the clouds moved and it was gone. I was no longer certain if it had ever been real. Perhaps the fungal deposits from the last world I visited are still clogging my exosuit vents, affecting my cognition somehow. Well, better hope not. I have tons of that shit in my on storage. Yeah, I've cleaned my filter 6 times now, but I still feel it inside me. Yeah, it's some spooky data log. Discover something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left. It will aid me on my journey. And it's nanites. So what actually happened is that we found a blueprint or some shit, but since I already have every single blueprint related to my exosuit, I instead got nanites instead. And what I could do is take one of those eggs or try opening it, but that would be really stupid at that point. Sadly, that will be a mystery for you watching this shit, because we are still trying in vain to get blueprints, and trying to take that egg would be the opposite of getting blueprints, especially since the operation center we wanted to go to in the first place is just on the other side of that spooky ruin. Oh, walkers! The sad thing is I'd really like to take a brain of one of those guys. There's a second. Oh well. Let's take this stuff first, because soon I won't have time for it. Oh, don't worry. As long as I'm not shooting anything, those dog robots won't do anything, but at least they are the small variant. If I were on a malicious planet, there would be the large ones around too. Those are... wow, I wish I could show you. I'll have to do this another time. Yep. And launching some grenades. And no, running. Ooh, yeah, that's their phaser cannons. Yeah, ooh. Yeah, that's what I meant. They can still hit you, even though technically I don't exist as long as I'm in here. I just have to stay away from the door or get phasered in the face. And more navigation data. I mean, oh, this time more than nanites. And already deactivated, so. The thing with operation centers is that there are sometimes doors, hidden doors, but I have the Atlas key level 2 out of 3 possible, so I can open all those shit things here. And well, this time it's some kind of plant laboratory. And oh, accidentally reloaded again. And I can collect some carbon here by pushing plants into my suit. Odd. Here's health. Don't need it, but I need it would be a reload of my shield. But anyway, the shield will reload on its own over time. The other side has another door like this one. And yeah, here is a storage room. That's another possibility. Storage rooms are full with shit to steal, but I spare you me plundering and looting every single one of them, since most of it isn't that valuable. There's another thing you can find in those operation centers, but it's not here this time. Well, maybe another time. Anyway, let's try this again. Now, operation centers have more events attached to them, not relating to blueprints, but maybe we are lucky this time. A military terminal. So, what does my cheat sheet say? This is a military terminal in a facility that seems recently vacated. 3 huge databanks have been partially deleted and will require heightened processing power to restore them. Rare metal would likely do the trick. And Viking, what does the fully transfer Viking covered ops and deleting covered ops language data databank alpha, Viking internal security databank beta pathetic gag, databank gamma weak-minded corvex. Okay. Well, without the translation I would have never made this shit out. Databank Alpha bears the emblems of the warrior race, but Beta and Gamma are otherwise unmarked. Okay, I guess at least one of them I could have found out on myself, apparently. So let's see. If I restore Databank Alpha, I get taught award for Viking. Dictionary per chapter war. If I restore Databank Beta, I get a word from the category trading. And if on the Databank Gamma, I get a word exploration. So what we have here is another dot. Nothing of the possible things I can select here will give me anything besides new words, so that I can translate better in the future. Well, I have... no, why not? It's the easiest. Now I used up 75 pure ferrite, another crafting material, and and I get 3 more words learned. Well, it's a little bit, but sadly I could have gotten 3 words by just meeting 3 different Viking warriors on a station and asking them. So basically we wasted tons of time again. So anyway, let's try the base javelin. Hey, okay. Shit. For a second I thought... oh, come on. I have to mine this shit? I can't... forgot this shit. Ugh. So, we got some ammunition and a new item. Did we actually get what I wanted? A quad servo? Oh shit, I need a walker brain. Don't have those? Now that was a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Shit. So the huge ones are the ones with a walker brain. Shit. All those fighting for no reason at all. Luckily I've destroyed all the dog robots here, so until the tiny sentinels show up, they can't actually hunt me down. Well, that's safe. And now let's get out of the system view, because we're up to 3 bad points on that list. We suffer a short time, and I'm really close to fucking up to the point where an entire army of those things will show up to really ruin my day. So let's see, I've wasted nearly an hour again, and we have 0 to show for it. Isn't this a wonderful system? Well, let's try at least one time more. I just want to finish this session with 1 blueprint. It's just so I can show you how the new non-random system works. So we've penetrated the ring, And are now officially in space. Whoop, yes we are. Let's warp a bit. Current mission, fuck this, we want to into the core. Construction, anyway. If we are forced to jump around, it pays to just jump to the maximum extent we can. So, that's it. And it's a really strange one. Let's try. God damn it, I wanted to show you how to get blueprints and now I'm failing 4 times in a row. And again, can you believe this system was worse? Oh wow, I mean, it's nice that you have all those weird lore and other shit happening, but it would also be nice if you occasionally actually got a blueprint guaranteed or something, instead of random bullshit happening all the time. So now, is there anything here? No station? But that's probably the reason why nothing. Cadmium. Oh, aggressive sentinels. Ah, fuck it. Maybe we get one of these walkers at least, walker brains at least at a consolation prize. Let me use my pulse drive, because this way you can just ignore all those pesky asteroids. Planet Moog 67/M7. Yep. Close. Oh, let's land on this freaky planet. Oh, we have flying fish. That's cute. Ah, sentinels are frenzied. That's not good. That's not good at all. But anyway, we are running out of time for this Christmas stream, so let's get on with it. Another planetary shot. Target outside system. Shit, well that's a problem if you're in an unknown system with no space station. There are no people here. There are those guys here. Let's take a look at them. Let's try scanning them. Flying fish, scanned. Ah, nearly 300,000. That's nice. Oh, a sentinel is coming. Well, area suppression. So Discord. That doesn't sound good. Hey, friendly little sentinel. Don't mind me. I certainly haven't shot up all your 4-legged friends. Let's. I wanted to scan the thing behind the plant. Oh, it's scanning me. Ouch! Oh, okay. Shit. They really hate me. Where's my ship? Where's my ship? Ah, frenzied is also not good. At least it's better than malicious. But the more I fight them, the more they will come, because they are basically spawned indefinitely by a crazy creature called Atlas, so there's no point in fighting them. Let's get into space and jump towards a new system, hopefully one with factories. Let's see. What would be the next point? No, that's another empty one. Good for exploration, less good if you... Okay, 2 empty runs in a row. That's stupid, but predictable. I'm having bad luck today. Let's try this run. Anyway, let's see. That's another system to try out. And hopefully we get at least one blueprint out of this all this time I've wasted today. Then I'll finish for good, and then it's Christmas time for us all. At this point, I fear I should point out that I'm only doing this fast because I'm cheating my ass off, so that I always know which right answer to pick for all those mini riddles. Now imagine you had those cheat sheets available and would try to guess at or solve the riddle like you think you should. That would be frustrating, right? That would be very, very frustrating. Anyway, new planet, new luck. Naughty Prime. Oh, I wish I had the time to rename all this stupid fantasy fake names, but nope, we are actually trying to do something productive with our time. Let's try to not go down so sharply. It would be not so nice if I accidentally crash into the shove face because it spawned in too late. I think it's called pop in. And it's a water planet. Great. Is there a space I can land at least? Normally this would be really nice because I could show off the underwater world of No Man's Sky. But the really funny thing is we want to find blueprints and there are no underwater factories, so a water planet doesn't help us. That's a bit large. Can we land on it? Yes. So, let's see. Sentinels infrequent. That sounds a lot better. More planets to visit. And radioactive water. The best of the best.
Extreme radiation detected.
Wow, it's even more radioactive than the empty world up. Let's try to stay on track, yes. It's so tempting to just go around scanning stuff, but no, we are trying to get blueprints, so let's try again in this new system. Supply depot, it's another dot. And it's not even here. That's great. Thank you. Let's try again. Let's drink some water. A factory, good. Also on another planet. Yeah, there's probably not enough space above water on this water planet to spawn a factory somewhere. I mean, this would be barely the right size, and it's one of the larger isles apparently. Anyway, new factory. We're running out of time here. It's after the third hour I'm playing already, and my throat really gives up slowly. I'm feeling it. It's getting sore. Anyway, let's use our pulse engine to speed over there in just 12 seconds. Oh, that's a session today, eh? 3 hours babbling like a maniac and nothing to show for it. Well, I hope you learned something at least. Well, at least I got a bit closer to the core of the galaxy. That's something at least. So where is the landing field here? Oh, there it is. Just a green field is missing for some reason. Or it hasn't spawned in yet. Minus 98 degrees Celsius, that's called. Ooh, hateful sentinels and howling blizzards. That's interesting. Let's not stay here for long. Yes, plasma launcher is ready. Let's not stay here for long. I have the feeling that hateful sentinels will shoot first and ask questions never. Or they're spawning in and they are already angry. It's not good. Oh, get off, you pissons. Ready. Yeah. If this was a malicious planet, then this timer would mean nothing because the timer would just start over again at ending. Let's hope hateful is enough levels below malicious that they at least ignore me for a while. Ah shit, that was a walker. It's targeting me from somewhere. Oh, Sentinel Force deactivated. A little piece. Oh, that's the reason. The fucking tiny walker is glitching through the building. No wonder, eh? That's something. Oh, here's the second one. Anyway, let's get on with this before we get blasted to pieces. Good.
Weather warning.
Yes.
Coming storm.
Good God. That's hateful planet. Experiment containment failure. Common fuel element overcharge explosion. Clarify should continue. That's at least what cheat sheet says. Neurogog of Nosio Piscit means in English? Or alien language pretending to be English? We are several layers deep here, my friends. The terminal appears to be asking for manual confirmation of its experiment. So I have no idea what I should do. What does my table here say? My sheet table. And experiment negative, but all faction reward? Question mark? Insert carbon is also negative and decreases. And holy shit, that's everything I could take is negative? This can't be real. What the hell does all faction reward mean? It's the only thing my cheating table doesn't say, and everything else is just hurting me. Well, let's end experiment so we haven't completely wasted our time. So, mercifully the stupid experiment is ended. And we get standard research operations, normal operations, and I have access to farmland. Oh, okay, apparently my cheat sheet was wrong. It was the only positive outcome possible. Well, let's learn a new recipe, my friends. And now I get this here, factory override unit, and can take one of the recipes here. I can take components and devices, that's a category useful for exploration, but I already have most of that shit, and stuff like this here gets blasted out by just exploring shit sometimes. It's not that useful. A salt refractor, that would be useful because it's sometimes needed in crafting parts of ship upgrades and so on, not exactly trading items. And we have Starshield battery, which is a larger version of Advanced Ion battery, which is a better version of Ion battery and not really something I need right now. I can also make a shortcut through the story and can get the Atlas Pass version 3, which I'm still missing, and a Warp Hypercore, which is a better version of the Warp Cell. All nice and neat to have, all neat and nice to have, but not right now. Valuable products. As you see, a lot of shit here is still locked. And at least at least one of the highly expensive parts would be nice to build. Hell, I only have this one, for example, because I got the stasis device blueprint during the time when blueprints were still completely at random. That's for example, why I have lemium, but not the precursor aronium and shit like that. But anyway, I want to concentrate at first to get fusion igniters. That would be interesting too, because I can already build cryo pumps, but not living glass. But if I take this, I could build this, but then I need a second one to get the blueprint for the cryogenic chamber. Oh, let's get here. I have this, I can build portable reactors now, and I can build quantum processors, but not the entire line, because I'm missing circuit boards and superconductors. Geodesite is also missing. Welp. That's still so much shit missing here and there. The best I can make right now are those things for 4 million a piece. And those for 1.5 million a piece, but that's actually a lot of work if I want to make really huge amount of money. This is a bit better, but I'm still trying to get this quantum processors next. I need circuit boards and superconductors. So let's see. Circuit board is still behind polyfiber. Oh, that's a two-step. And the superconductor is hidden behind the semiconductor. Let's get on with this. Semiconductor research blueprint. So now I can make this shit, and I can already make the components for it, so I can make it immediately. And I've used up a factory override unit I just got, and got a blueprint and got some standing. So now an entire hour has gone by, and I have gotten one blueprint after many failed attempts, and now I'm kind of drained. Well, let's get back to my ship here, for the hateful sentinels are shooting new holes into my body. Oh, hi. Let's get a bit faster here. Our last step, let's get off this shit planet and to the space station here. Oh, they're already opening fire, shit. Let's get into space here. Oh no, shit, it's Sentinel spaceships. Now we're in trouble. Let's see if I can get to the... Ah, shit. Now I have to move the slow way. Yeah, I don't care. I can barely deal with third class pirates. I'm sure as hell can't deal with Sentinel starships. I could look at them, but it would really suck to be blown up right now, because then we would lose that blueprint we just got. No. I don't want to get back into the atmosphere, thanks. So can I use my pulse drive now? Yes, thanks. So now let's hope the Sentinels will leave us alone. And let's dock at the space station and save. And thanks. Thanks for taking over, computer, after I crashed into the station. That's nice, thanks. So, in summary, No Man's Sky is a game which does a lot of stuff, and it can be a lot of fun, but there are also some really questionable choices in game design, as you just experienced with me. So I hope you had fun watching me this Christmas Eve, or whenever you find those videos after I finish a stream. So I am missing at least 3 more blueprints, then I have my first full range of products from the lowest to the highest finished. Until then, I'll just continue to collect crafting shit from my mini bases and try to get some more blueprints, and next time you don't have to rush, I promise. You really don't have to rush. Oh, let's end this. It's time for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Nice holidays and guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr for those of you who can understand German. That's it. End broadcast.